Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today, I want to talk about how good Resurrect is. And Resurrect, we haven't really seen the full potential of the BlackRock cards, so I think this might actually improve as the cards get rolled out in the remaining BlackRock wings. But I've just been able to test it in the first, and I think the card is actually pretty good. I think it's one of the cards that's basically exactly met my expectations, where I've made a deck specifically for the card, and I think it's quite good. And I think this is what generally a pretty okay, nothing spectacular type card generally does. And that's what I thought it'd be, and that's kind of what it is. But there is some really fun gameplay that can come from using this card, and the deck that I made specifically for it is the Revive Priest here. It may seem a little bit weird, but again, I made this deck specifically to see how good Resurrect is in an ideal situation. So if you look at the minions, I didn't include a lot of the very standard ones, and I included ones that people might think are a bit weird. So I didn't include the Northshire stuff because resurrecting a Northshire just kind of sucks, and I didn't think I needed it. As I mentioned in the original review of the card, that for this card to be good, you need to hit at least a 3-drop. Now, the 3-drops in this deck are basically the starting cards. You have the Dark Cultist, and that's basically the best 3-drop in the game. And then you have the Injured Blade Master. And the Injured Blade Master is particularly good because when he is hit with Resurrect, his battle cry doesn't trigger. So, yeah, that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for minions that have just good stuff, or end of turn effects like Emperor Tharson is pretty good to revive. You don't want cards with death rattles, even though the cards might be really good. They might really screw up your resurrects. So, for instance, I use Senjin Shieldmaster because I don't really want to get some shitty creature off of a piloted Shredder and then resurrect that, and that'd be super sad. And I'm not using Sludge Belchers. It also, don't need another taunt because Sludge Belchers, you might resurrect the slime, which would also really kind of suck. You want to have a lot of early game spells to deal with the board, and because you have a lot of early game spells, it's good to have Wild Pyromancer. And Wild Pyromancer is one of the cards that people didn't really think about having synergy with Resurrect, but it does. If your Wild Pyromancer dies early on, it's probably because you're playing against a very aggressive deck and you intentionally played it early on to cast a Resurrect afterwards. If Wild Pyromancer is the only creature that has died and you cast Resurrect, because Resurrect would resolve after the Pyromancer is already in play and the Pyromancer effect triggers after the spell is cast, the Wild Pyromancer effect would trigger off of resurrecting itself. And doing this intentionally can basically win you the game against decks that are playing Zoo or Aggro because, well, Wild Pyromancer, yes, it's a 2-drop, but it's one of the most devastating 2-drops a priest has against these type of decks. And with Resurrect, you have the additional synergy because, well, you do that 1 damage. You can plan for it if you need to. So it sets up for some pretty cool, some pretty advanced turns. I don't use cards like Circle Healing, again, on one side because I don't have Northshire Cleric, but on the other, the substitute for Injured Blade Master is Resurrect. So a lot of people have win conditions from playing Injured Blade Master Circle Healing on turn 3. With this deck, it's a little bit different. If you have Resurrect in your hand, you just play an Injured Blade Master, and after they kill it, then next turn you get a 4/7. And in a lot of situations, this actually turns out better because your opponent would have to use more removal overall for the 2-card combination. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but again, Resurrect is also a very dynamic card, specifically in this type of deck where you intentionally make to use it. I don't really like cards like Cabal Shadow Priest and Shadow Madness because often you just get a piece of shit and you really don't want to resurrect that said piece of shit. So I actually did include Cabal Shadow Priest, kind of like Mind Games type of thing, because basically every single priest deck ever has Cabal Shadow Priest, actually ×2 these days. So I figured people would just not play those cards because they'd expect me to actually have Cabal Shadow Priest when I don't. But the truth is, Shadow Madness is just too good to pass up. It hits too many targets, and I just decided I'll run a one of. I have, I have a lot of early game spells to deal with small minions, but sometimes, Shadow Madness is just absolutely perfect, and you just have to have it in there. So I left the one. And the rest of the deck is also a little bit abnormal, but again, most of it is to fit around Resurrect to make sure it always guarantees value. The only exception to that rule is the Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom, yes, you can resurrect a Boom bot, and actually that might be super value in some cases, but generally it's not, so that's a little bit of a letdown sometimes, but well, the fact is Dr. Boom is overpowered enough to just put on the deck anyway. If you don't like or don't have Dr. Boom, I think Ragnaros would be a good fit as well, again, because of the end of turn effects getting optimal value from Resurrect. Also, big minions and stuff. The deck right now on ladder has a pretty damn good record. I don't exactly know the record, but I'd estimate about 70% win rate. When I started playing it ranked like 10, I just won a bunch of games, and now I think I'm rank 8. So, yeah, it does pretty well. We're about a week into ladder, so it's not like it's that late. These ranks are still pretty relevant. There's good players who play around those ranks, and a lot of them have very good decks, and this seems to match up quite nicely. So, the theme kind of works. I think Resurrect is a mild success. You don't really have to have the most overpowered cards in the game coming out every expansion. You just need good ones where you can make a different type of deck, and this is a very different type of priest that still is effective, and that's what makes the game really cool. As far as Arena, the card sucks. In Arena, you have to play a lot of 2-drops to stay in the game, because if you make it to the late game as a priest, you win anyway. So most of the time, when you actually need to cast Resurrect, it's going to come out complete trash. So in Arena, there's going to be a better rare just about every single time, and you should probably pick that other better rare. But sometimes it's going to have a miraculous win, but because Arena is largely about consistency, this card really doesn't do as well as it does in Constructed. So that's where we are. Got a lot of fun games, a lot of fun highlights for you guys with this card, and you guys will see. It might be worth shifting your priest deck, at least for a while, to see how it goes, because it's a cool card. It works, and it's different. Check it out, enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Full hand Emperor Tharson, and then I could double res him if he dies. That would be ridiculous. This might be like the stupidest game I've ever played, actually. Okay. Please kill my guy. Please kill my guy. Yes! Oh, God. This is amazing. Holy shit. That's all. Just holy shit. Alright, boys. We are in business! In business. You guys wanted some BlackRock Constructed? Here it is.
In the light's name. In the light's name.
My hand looks really balanced right now. Oh, goodbye, Eddie. 4 and 4.
Where shall I strike?
Probably easy for a druid to deal with. Druids are really OP. Oh my god, Ascension. Fuck. Nah, let's just fuck with him.
Well played. I can see.
Oh, got him. Check this shit out. Oh yeah.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Give me that cost reduction. Okay. My deck doesn't have much healing, but it's got quite a few taunts, so I don't know. I don't know how I do against Face Hunter, but I'd imagine it'd be pretty difficult for me.
Greetings, traveler.
Powering up. Portals online.
Fuck.
Like to play with fire?
This is strategic, because I can resurrect it. I guess I won't for now. Oh my god. That's really funny.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Like to play with fire?
Alright guys, time to stuff my face. It's the best time of the day. Except if you like to hear me talk. Which you won't for a while. Yep. Oh my god, that's pretty funny. I think we just res again, guys. We coin. Res to kill that. And load them.
Well fought. Greetings, traveler.
The pleasure is mine.
Like to play with fire?
Ha, this guy's toast.
Pay attention, class. Pay attention, class.
I am ready to learn.
I am ready to learn.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
I will be your death.
Do you like to play with fire?
Instruction begins.
Dingo! Yes!
I wonder.
Medic!
An option.
I see you. My eyes are open.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
The damned stand ready.
I have no time for games.
So many options.
Let none survive.
My fate is sealed.
soon.
The damned stand ready. Medic!
I'm out of cards.
The damned stand ready. Medic! The damned stand ready. Medic! My fate is sealed. Some still for my fate is sealed.
Too soon.
Your turn to bleed!
I have no time.
My fate is sealed.
Do you like to play with fire?
All right. I really don't know what's going on right now.
Death does not scare me.
Your turn to bleed!
Perfect. Good draw. You're gonna vanish me? No, I didn't discard Lotheb, so that's really good. Fuck. Probably gonna lose.
My hand is too full.
Okay, that's a good card. He needs prep vanish here.
Choose soon.
That's fine. Perfect. Those two discards are just fine. That's all his cold lights.
Your turn to bleed! By the power of Ragnarok, I have the power! Death does not scare me!
That's good.
From the junkie.
12-4. I don't think I can win that game.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Hell's Your turn to bleed!
I got a Death Lord now. I can mill him. That's gonna trigger Death Lord. Another Death Lord.
Hand is too full.
Medic! By the power of Ragnarok, I have the power! Tazdingo!
We hunger for vengeance.
Prep fan. Fan knives again. Seems like a really bad idea to Muklu there.
Like to play with fire?
Your turn to bleed! Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the
Fuck it. I'll do it. That was bad.
Still cards.
was a misplay. I should have just done it. I took 2 damage on KT for no reason, which is really bad.
Death does not scare me.
Created by Ganga. Got him. Good luck with that board. Do we have it? 7, 14. Yeah, we got it.
Well played.
Holy shit, tough game. Tough fucking game.